I'm sure you love this video, don't you? What do you want to say, girls?
It's an amazing video.
Yeah? And we all love this video, right?
Yes.
The
Absolutely.
very masculine Prabhas and very gorgeous
Yes,
Tamanna.
Tamanna.
So, I would ask Supriya, what do you want to say about Prabhas and what do you want to say about this video in general? Like, how do you think Prabhas is a man and all?
I first of all love this video. It's very bright, it's very colorful, it gives off the positive vibes. And talking about Prabhas, in this whole movie he's been portrayed as a positive, strong, courageous man who's been able to save his girl, save his mother, save his community on the whole. So I really like his character and the song in particular.
Yeah. Kamakshi, what do you want to say about Tamanna in this video?
Wow, like she's very beautiful and with all the jewels and makeup and having voluptuous body.
Yeah.
She's very, very pretty.
Absolutely. Right. Priyanka, you don't seem to be comfortable with their ideas. Do you have any other thing in your mind?
Yes, Saleha, I'm a bit uncomfortable with the ideas that we came up with. Actually, let's just go back to the first part wherein Tamanna was a warrior and she has taken this oath to save all the community, and she was a warrior. But all of a sudden, after the entry of Prabhas, she is shown as a very dainty, easy breezy looking girl and who is waiting for a guy to save her. I do really have a problem with this thing.
I think I agree with Priyanka, and we all agree with Priyanka in this matter, and that is how we spot our first stereotype here. And let me just show a picture to you before I begin with explanation. Yeah. So in this picture, we're seeing the first the left hand side, the left hand side of you. You can see Prabhas lifting this heavy shivling, and which depicts that how masculine he is, how strong he is, how powerful he is. And when you see Tamanna, she is very much the perceived notion of society is saying that the woman should be like a flower and wearing all those flowers, makeups and the dresses that a woman should wear. So it's a very common it's a very common norm that the society has enforced upon us. Can we have another picture? Yeah, in this picture you can also again see that how in the first one, the first part of the movie where she was very much a warrior, she was just fighting and aiming to save her community, to save her people, and she was very ambitious and strongly willed. Yes. But when the actor entered in the movie, she and this is how the society perceive women to be beautiful, dainty, kind, polite, and again very helpless, because she needs a man to save her, because she is not enough to save herself, right? Yeah. What do you feel?
Yes, we do agree with this fact that media is portraying.
Yeah, so I think that's how we conclude that movies also play a very important part in stereotyping the characters here, which I think shouldn't be carried forward because they have a lot of influence on our minds. Let's just move to another segment of serials that we would like to talk about. I am sure you all love watching serials because we do.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Yes.
Yeah?
Best form of entertainment.
Absolutely, yes. Best form of entertainment. Like we can watch serials throughout our day and we just love them watching. Yeah, what part that you, what particular role that you love the most in serials?
Actually, I love watching serials and I usually spend my time watching serials. And I have this favorite particular role wherein this girl, the heroine of the serial, and she's very obedient, polite, and she loves her husband so much, and she does all the household work and all. I just love that particular role of her.
I think it's everybody's favorite, isn't it? What do you think, Supriya?
I do like the role that she has mentioned. It's mostly the female lead of the serial, but I mostly like the other part wherein there is this girl who's very confident, outspoken, very brave enough to take her own decisions. I like that role very much, but most of the times what happens in serials, what happens in movies is girls who have all these qualities are portrayed to be negative persons.
Absolutely, yeah, that's true. What do you want to say, Kamakshi?
I mean, like, Me as a person, I'm very brave and confident, and I take up challenges. So does that mean I'm a negative person?
That's a great point to actually focus on. We somewhere down the line, we also possess some qualities which are very outspoken, maybe brave and very strong, ambitious or very strong-willed. But do we like society portray us as a negative person?
Definitely.
I think. What do you want to say about this?
I think not all serials do portray women as a negative person. There are other serials also which portray women as a very skilled and talented individual.
Wow, let's watch this particular serial which actually encourage and promote women.
हो जाती है मगर कोई सपना बन जाता है एकदम पक्का दोस्त है ना। होश में आ संध्या, शादी के बाद पति के सपने होते हैं अपने। अगर मेरा पति मेरे सपनों को अपना बना ले तो?
मेरा तो एक ही सपना है, रे लक्ष्मी आए और सारे परिवार को संभाल ले। तू छोटू?
संध्या के सपने पूरे करने।
So as you watch this little promo of the serial, in which there's particularly she's forced to get married because a woman's identity is complete only when she gets married, right? But she is very ambitious and she wants to become an IPS officer, if I'm not wrong. And she gets married after because she has a lot of family problems, but she continued dreaming and tirelessly putting all efforts to reach that dream, and finally she achieves that dream by becoming the IPS officer. So we can't say that all serials portray the same thing, but there are some serials which are promoting, encouraging women, empowering them, but they are relatively less in number. So I think there should be more serials that should come who like portraying in a different character. I think showing different side of women, and not only in the kitchen or in the on taking care of children, but in a different zone altogether. What do you think?
Definitely. And also the audience, on the other hand, should be supportive enough to watch these serials and give them a good TRP, so that the more directors will come up with scripts like these.
Absolutely.
We should not stick to drama, we should not stick to a lot of troublesome activities in a serial.
Absolutely, because I think whatever they are portraying, there's a real life and it's very much different from the real life. So I think we need to see more of real life content and not the real life one.
Yes,
absolutely.
exactly.
Now let's move to another segment, which is the ads section. Now we all again love ads because when we are watching serials and then this again there is a break and then a lot of ads pop up. Sometimes they are very irritating because we really want to continue watching the serial, but then we have to take a break and watch all the ads. Yeah?
Yes.
Do you agree with me on this?
Yes, absolutely.
So let's just watch some of the ads here that we have lined up for you guys.
మీకోసం
ఏది ఎవరి కోసం సరైనదో వారు అదే చేయాలి.
సరిగ్గా చెప్పారు. ఎలాగంటే టాయిలెట్ కోసం హార్పిక్ బ్లూ, మరి బాత్రూమ్ కోసం
డిటర్జెంట్.
అదైతే బట్టల కోసం.
అయితే శుభ్రం చేస్తుంది కదా.
అయితే శుభ్రత కోసం ఛాలెంజ్ హార్పిక్ బాత్రూమ్ క్లీనర్. డిటర్జెంట్ తో పోలిస్తే ఇది బాగా శుభ్రం చేస్తుంది. ఇంకా మీకు ఇస్తుంది ఒక మెరుస్తున్న బాత్రూమ్.
వావ్! ఇప్పటి నుంచి నీలం
As you have watched this ad, it's depicting the proper household women here. Like because she is going to take care of the home, she's going to take care of everything. So the guys will come and sell the Harpic stuff to the woman because she is ultimately going to go to the toilet and clean. No, the husband won't participate in that chore.
As if he never uses the washroom.
Absolutely, only the woman uses it and then she cleans it. So yeah, that's how I think this ad is portraying women, wherein she is just cleaning everything. And as you saw, these two men who are just selling the products. So the society is portraying them to be working outside and selling and promoting all of the products, but women should be at home and work.
Also, we had grown up listening to this idea that it is the responsibility of a woman to do all the household chores, but it's the responsibility of the men to go out and work.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's just watch this another ad which might reverse the idea of what we just saw.
Have a look.
Yes, sir. Washing machines?
Show it to her. It's her department.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a unisex washing machine?
Unisex. Adya, all machines wash both men and women's clothes.
No, I think ours is a ladies only machine. Because you never touch it.
So in this video, how the ad is simply showing that washing clothes is women's duty. Now this department, the washing machine department, is made for women and men won't participate in this. In marriages generally, I think men have the upper hand sometimes, and they think that household chores will be done by women and they don't like to participate in any of these activities. What do you think about this?
The society has already set a point, like it is deeply rooted in our brains that women are meant to do certain kind of things and men are meant to do certain kind of things, and that is how it have to work. So that is the set point we all have created, and media plays a major role in this by supporting it and portraying it. Day to day life, we watch all the advertisements, commercials, TV. So it is just supporting it and making us believe that this is how it have to be happen.
But Kamakshi, did you just watch this video,
Yes,
which is definitely reversing the whole concept? She is instead asking for a unisex washing machine, which also depicts that how she's frustrated with just doing the work alone, and she definitely wants her husband to work with her as well. So this is how, and I think this is majorly to voice your opinion as well. You shouldn't just take what you're receiving or what they're saying you to do. You should definitely, if you're not comfortable with things, you should definitely voice. Right?
In this context, I would also like to bring this point, wherein this today's day and age, a lot of men, maybe not a lot, but few men are ready to help their wives, help their mothers in the kitchen. But what happens around their houses, people who live around them, they put the female to shame. They ask the mother, why are you making your son do all of this when you have a daughter? Why can't you do it by yourself? So not only from your perspective as a wife in the house, think of it as a society. You should never put someone to shame. You should never put someone down because they are helping their wives, they are helping their mothers.
I think that's their choice to do. If they like cooking, if they like cleaning, they will do it. If they like to go outside, they're going to do it. So I think
also if they like to help their mothers, they'll do it.
Definitely. So yeah, and there shouldn't be, if a girl and boy together, they're in the house, only a girl should go and help her mother shouldn't be the case. Like both equally should participate in the household chores. That's what we think, right? Yes. Let's proceed to another ad.
ब्रिलियंट। तुम मेन डांसर और तुम साइड से पढ़ना।
इतना टैलेंट होकर भी पर्दे के पीछे टिया। अमावस सा चेहरा जो है, ये लो, स्पेशल 30 दिन वाली ट्यूब है। रोज लगाओ फिर देखो चांद वहाँ या यहाँ।
फेयर एंड लवली की नई 30 दिन वाली ट्यूब, रोज लगाओ और 30 दिन में पाओ।
This is the biggest example of stereotype here. Biggest example. According to this ad, it's shown that a woman who's very fair is pretty, definitely pretty and beautiful, and she will definitely be successful in her life because she is fair. On the other hand, if you're black, first of all, black is not a color, it's the dirt. That is being considered. Second thing is very unnatural to be black. And third, you have a cream which can cure your color. So this is what is being portrayed in the ad here. What do you want to say about this?
I didn't like this ad at all. It is very unjust to judge a woman based on her outer appearance, I feel. And it's pretty common that we all have faced this kind of discrimination at some or the other point of our lives, isn't it?
Yes. I have plenty of examples to say. I personally experienced this growing up in a very very conservative family. My grandparents and parents used to always say, don't go outside in the sun. You might get dark, your skin might get dark, and you don't look pretty if you get dark, and no one will like you. So
I think it's very much, the stigma is very much attached to the color. If you're fair, a lot of people will like and love you, and
yes.
if you're dark, you will be considered a shame.
Yes.
Parents even say in few families, if you are dark, we'll have to pay a lot of dowry.
Wow. Yeah, that's a concept too again, because if you're born fair, there's like a
added advantage
to it, and if you're dark, then it's sad. But I think dark is beautiful. Like there's just color that is needed to be accepted. There's black, there's different colors. There's no association of white with beautiful.
Yes.
That is what we need to understand. If you are black, you're as beautiful as somebody who's white, because white and black, they're just colors, and that's about it. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's just watch this ad, which will reverse the idea of the ad we just saw.
Chubby cheeks, dimple chin, rosy lips, teeth within, curly hair, very fair, eyes are blue, lovely too.
The nose that is
Now, as you have watched in this video, that's very clear. I think I don't need to even explain how beautiful this the message of this ad was. It's just saying that even if you're chubby cheeks or dimple chin, or you have rosy lips and you have fairer skin and curly hair, doesn't matter. I think what matters is how comfortable you are in your own skin, how comfortable you are in what you are doing, and how much you love what you are doing. And if you love all of these, I think you will succeed anyhow, right? Yes. What do you think about this?
Oh, this ad brings a smile on my face. It has a strong message which has to be delivered to everyone. It's high time that the commercial producers should change the way they think and should change the way they portray the message. They are there to sell the product, which they can do in a positive way, but they are choosing the ways which are very harmful.
Absolutely. What's your take, Kamakshi?
Like, I think people will not notice it. The rhyme which we learn in very young age, chubby cheeks,
dimple chin, rosy lips. So that is the character, I think, which a woman or a girl for that matter has been assigned to, that if you have chubby cheeks and if you have dimple chin, you will be pretty, and you are, anyway, you are beautiful and pretty.
So that's the definition of pretty.
Absolutely.
Which we teach younger kids.
We teach in our rhymes, yes. And we don't even realize that we are giving them stereotypes.
This is not the only rhyme which is following stereotypes. There are a number of other rhymes which do that. Even the rhymes in Telugu, in Hindi, every language. Absolutely. We do not even realize that we are filling up all this clutter in our kids' brains.
Absolutely, absolutely. One more question that I really want to ask you: do you think that women have this inbuilt knowledge of taking care of kids, cleaning house, cleaning utensils, clothes, everything for that matter? Do you think it is more of this inbuilt knowledge, or you can acquire these knowledge?
No, it is not inbuilt knowledge. It is pretty much learned, and it is how all these stereotypes we have internalized and we have accepted as our responsibilities and duties.
Absolutely. And do you think that men can also acquire certain skills?
Definitely. As we see, the chefs, top chefs in the country,
absolutely,
are men.
So
it's all the skills that we learn. We should be open to learn anything, and anyone can do anything. There's nothing that only a girl can do. There's nothing only a man can do.
Everybody can do everything, whatever they like to do, right? And I think there's one more thing which being said, that when you say that only men can ride a bike and all, but there are a lot of women bikers that I've seen. And if you associate cricket or any sports for that matter only associate with men, but there are a lot of cricketers, women cricketers as well. There are a lot of examples.
Yes,
Mithali Raj, and a lot of different girls who are wrestlers as well, and so they are all flourishing in different fields. And so I think there's a high time we should see beyond what they are showing us.
Yes,
definitely. And so let's conclude by saying what we learned today in this session.
So we have seen how media plays a major role in determining what a woman should do and what a man should do, and I think it's time we flip all these norms.
Absolutely. It's a high time that we flip those norms and just bring in some new content which introduce women and also men in different light, which is very, very important. For everyone, we really want to make clear that we are not against media here. We're against the concept that they're bringing in. We're against the concept that they're portraying the same roles and characteristics with the same gender. That's the biggest problem, because a lot of things that media portray have high influence on our minds, and because of the influence, though it's not harmless, we accept it as the real life, right? So it's very, very important to have fresh content, to have unbiased, and also very much content which are not at all stereotype.
Yes, I think our sex should not determine what we have to do, because sex and gender roles are going hand in hand these days. Like women should do this kind of work and men should do this kind of work, but I don't think our sex should determine what we have to do and what we shouldn't
do. And you know, before we end this session, let's just see a few pictures that I have for you all, which are just reversing the gender roles that previously that's shown and what now they want to show. Let's just watch it. So in this picture, as you can see in the first one, which is a very old ad, very, very old ad, in which a woman is shown in the kitchen and the husband is shown outside playing with the kid. But the same ad which is just made, it's very clearly showing that men can also handle kitchen work and women can also go out and work and also take care of the children. Which is very much breaking the stereotype here. Next. Would you like to explain?
Yeah, in this particular ad, what they are trying to sell is clothes, but the way they choose in the first mean is they are trying to put the women down. They are trying to say that men are higher than women, but it can be shown in this way as well.
And I
Both
think
of them can play the roles.
Absolutely, and that can be acceptable. Why a man can't do that? You know, there's nothing which a man or a woman can only do. So that's the thing. Next. Priyanka, do you want to go?
That's it. So in this video, it's mostly about the cooking responsibilities and household chores that they are portraying. So earlier we got to know and we have learned that it is the duty of a woman to do all the household chores and handle all the domestic responsibilities. But in this video, it is portraying that a man can also do that. And I guess there are a lot of chefs who are already doing this work, and it is pretty acceptable in the society that
absolutely
they can do.
The more that is the same as a woman can work in household, man can also do the same thing. So these are really wonderful examples of how we break stereotypes here. Before we go, we would just like to tell you that, you know, you do not have to accept whatever media is showing right now. You need to ask questions. You need to voice, because that is what you learn in the voice classroom, isn't it? You know, this is the session that we enjoyed with you the most, and I'm sure that you have also learned a lot of things, and we're able to explain you a lot of stereotypical examples that the societies are enforcing upon us. Now, if you have any questions, you can just shoot us, call us, and we would love to answer your queries. And until next time, we're going to see you again soon.